Alright. Anyone there? No one there. Oh my god. No one there. Well, I'll give it 5 minutes, see if anyone turns up. If no one turns up, then I'll end the stream. I buggered up my new EM pump today. I was trying to fix it to stop it going too bad, vibrating too badly. And I went and broke it. So I need to do another repair job on that one. Yeah, definitely need to repair this again. But I did build another little EM pump. This one here. Still a bit noisy, but can't even get that quiet. That's the only problem. And this one's actually running under 2 AA's. This one is running under a 9 volt. But I'm going to change it over to 2 AA's, I think. See if that does any better to it. And I did get me new motor things today. That looks different. This is different. Ow, fuck. Alright, mate, how's it going? This is a different one. I'm sure it is. Yeah, this is different. Oh, shit. That's a different one. Oh, we give it a go. I only got 6 of them anyway, so if they're any better than the other ones, then that'd be good. If not, then I won't buy these ones anymore. But these are the little motor controllers that I use to control the motors on the EM Pump Pros. So this one broke today. Got a load of glue still around it. I'm not gonna lie, it's just my own one anyway. I can't fix it tomorrow because I've got to go and have me ice tested tomorrow. So ice test tomorrow, that make one person happy, Angela. Mind you, I do need some new glasses. These ones, my close-up ones, they just keep getting like really blurry and ain't really any good anymore. I had problems trying to even solder some the components to this today. The CM pump. I thought I'd do it different today. This one. I have got another one, which is I'm not going to put it all down, but the other one I've got is that the temperature gauge is
up that way with an LED and a switch down there. So I'm just like, messing around and making them look a bit different. That's all really. Well, 41%, 24.7 Celsius, I think it says. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was just watching the old bearded guy on his channel, 12-minute video he got, and he's talking about Twin Paranormal and the way they keep bringing out their videos, demon. If you remember, I said this the other week, didn't I? Demon this, demon that. Everyone keeps putting demon in their titles now, because when you got the name demon in a title, it's going to bring up a lot more people who's interested in watching paranormal videos on demons. Like the thing being is that demons, although they may exist, it's very, very rare that a demon is going to show itself. Even it's going to be very, very rare for it to try to communicate with you. It's like angels, How many people have you seen, like paranormal teams, paranormal YouTube channels, say like, I saw an angel, or an angel contacted me, or got an EVP for an angel? You don't see that, do you, really? You don't see any of that. It's always demon, 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 demon this, demon that. Demon, like, broke my door. The demon threw something at me, like a ball or something. A demon, moved a chair, a demon cursed me. A demon threatened me. A demon possessed me. It's all fucking bullshit, man. No, I don't know why people have to keep doing this shit. Keep putting demon in their titles all the time. And another thing I'm going to talk about, and I will mention the name later on, but demons ain't going to be, something that's going to want to fuck with you, kind of thing, because it's got better things to do. It's got a hell of a lot of stuff more, to do than, come and like, play with you, and, even the possession is like very, very rare. I think Bearded said something about, I don't know if he knows the priest or he's heard about the priest. He's only like done 2 exorcisms on demons before. I'm not saying demons ain't, real, they don't exist. Believe in God, you believe in the devil, then you got to believe in demons, you got to believe in angels, yeah, but, a demon is not going to come and, give you hassle. It's just ain't going to happen. If it does happen, it's going to be like a 1 in a billion chance that a demon's going to attack someone. And why would he attack anyone anyway? What's the point of him, attacking you, or her attacking you? Apart from wanting your soul, kind of thing. The demon's going to take your soul and take it down to hell. What's the devil going to do? Give him a medal for it? Or is the demon going to attack you and like take your soul and possess you and like, destroy you as a human being and take you over? It ain't going to happen, I'm not saying like, like I was told that I was going to confront a demon, yeah, but I don't think I'd even probably confront one. I'll probably confront an evil spirit that wants to pretend to be a demon, yeah. But to be a demon, I don't think that'll happen. Not in my lifetime, anyway. But yeah, like I can understand where Beardo's going with Twin Paranormal. Calling them out because they've done like about 16 videos in a matter of just over a month, saying like demon done this, demon done that, demon possession, demon nearly killed me, and it's just fucking bullshit. They use it for like, the, as I said before, clickbait. Because they're fighting that they're going to lose their support, their viewers, their subscribers, their donations, and all that help, even like, selling their merch, if they got merchandise, kind of stuff. They don't want to lose that, so they have to put shit in their titles to keep the people coming back for more and more and more. It's just like, fucking sad to see that shit, really. It's fucking ridiculous, to be honest with you. And it ain't just them, there's a lot of other channels that I see. All right, Mark. Yeah, it's just like a pissed off spirit. You don't want you there. And like, he's gonna come through and say, hey, I'm a demon. How many times have you heard on a ghost box or even on a Ouija board when I spell it out that I've had a demon there? About a month ago, I had one on the Ouija board saying it was, what was that demon name? He said a demon name. I can't remember what it was now. I said, you ain't no fucking demon. If you're a demon, prove it. Do something, make the fucking house shake. Because demons have got the power to make your house shake, They can do a lot of shit, with the power they've got. I said, you can't even make the house shake. I can make the lights flash, Turn the lights on and off for me. Make them flash. Make them flicker. Blow the bulb. I don't give a fuck. Nothing happened. Because I knew it was just a spirit just pissing around, kind of thing. And I have asked for spirits, like, mischievous little buggers. And mischievous little buggers will come through and pretend to be demons. I think even a most powerful evil spirit wouldn't have the energy to do what a real demon could do. There's no chance. No fucking chance. Even a poltergeist isn't really like a ghost or anything like that. It's just a poltergeist is like an energy that we've made up out of our own kind of like emotions and stress and depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff. Or it could be a pissed off spirit that has got a lot of energy and can make things move around. I've been doing this 10 years. I'm still fucking learning. I am still learning. Showing that 2 years I've fucking had to take time out. So it ain't really 10 years, it's like 8 years in total, really. But, like, even a real pissed off spirit, an angry, evil spirit, won't have the energy to do what a demon could do. There's no fucking chance. An evil spirit could call upon other evil spirits and, manifest all their power together to do even more kind of weird shit, actually levitate a chair or a table or, a bed or, an armchair or something like that, kind of thing. And even probably like levitate a human being. A bit like that one, what was it called? What's that most famous one where that girl got fucking thrown up in the air? I can't remember the actual. I should know it, but I can't remember it off by hand. But a well-known tale about a family being haunted, and it was like the spirit was mainly attacking one particular girl, but I can't remember what it was called now. But they say that could have been a demonic spirit, but I don't think it was. I think it's just one angry, pissed off spirit. No, even if you get all that sludge, that I'm fucking really bad at words and trying to think of words tonight. Yeah, that slime that comes through the walls that people reckon they've seen. No, that's not a demonic spirit. That's just a pissed off spirit that's been there to manifest that, I suppose. But I don't think I've actually ever confronted or even communicated with a real demon. Now, I could put demon in every one of my videos and get more people coming, but I don't, because I don't think it's fair. I don't want to mislead people, and that's what it is doing, misleading people, putting like the name or the word demon in their titles as a clickbait. It's just wrong. And if you think about it, right, a a lot of these channels don't even put it down as entertainment. They think, you know, they put it down as real. And, you know, there has been stories where people had either strange coincidences during or after the video, like, you know, they've watched like a really spooky like YouTube video where they've had like, you know, they've gone on an investigation, apparently like, you know, there's an evil spirit there, and someone's actually been watching it and felt like if they was being kind of either possessed or had strange feelings, and, you know, felt like something was like coming through that video. A bit weird, but I don't think that's really possible. But, you know, you won't really see me put fucking anything. I've only put one video, which was, you know, the one I actually spoke about about a month ago, about demons. I put it in my title to see how many people come through and actually watch it. I don't know how many people did watch it eventually, but I think I had over 50 people at least. That's it, Enfield haunting. The Enfield poltergeist, or whatever it was. Famous one, wasn't it? What's the other thing I was going to talk about? Yeah. Adventures with Jonathan. Another person that Beardo's spoken about quite a lot about. And I mean quite a lot about. What is his fucking YouTube channel name? No, I don't care if they fucking like have go back at me, because, like, you know, I just don't think it's fair that, you know, people should listen to all this bullshit here. Who's that other person? He hasn't taken the videos down, has he? Yeah, Exploring with Danny, all right. Another fake artist. I was on one of his channels, like streams one day, and I said to him, "Why do you fake shit? You know, what's the point in faking?" Because he went into like this bloody shed or outbuilding somewhere, and apparently found a dead body. Now, he has actually said that he did fake it. Yeah, you know, he fakes it, and he owned up to it. But he did say that he has actually found a real body before. And he told me what video it was, and I waited to see what else he was saying. Yeah, then I actually came off his channel and I searched his channel about a dead body, and they actually did find a dead. Well, it wasn't actually a full dead body; it's just a skull, which is still, you know, part of a body, and, you know, it would have been fucking creepy, you know, to find it. But, you know, when you find a dead body, you don't fucking stand there, you know, doing investigations like, you know, K2 meters and shit like that. You find a dead body, you get on that fucking phone straight away. You don't wait 20 minutes, you know, before you start ringing them. Because that's one thing which pissed me off as well. Because when you got a body, you know, that you find or accidentally uncover, you need to get on the fucking to the police straight away, report it, and wait for the police to come and, you know, show them where the body is. Whether it's like, you know, a decayed body, you know, one that's going into the decaying kind of situation. You know, it could even be like a, you know, a fresh body that's only been there for a couple of days, I think, you know, before it starts going, you know, smelling bad. Or even if it's just like a skeletal, you're supposed to ring up the straight away, but he didn't. He's fucking standing there and, like, you know, doing ghost boxes and, you know, videos for about 10-15 minutes before he even fucking decided to call the police. Oh, fucking ridiculous, man. I thought, you know, if that's me, I found a body, I'll be straight on the fucking phone. I wouldn't, you know, be doing investigations and like, hey, you know, can you tell me what your name is for the ghost box, please? You know, can you light up the K2 meter? Fuck that. And apparently he did get recognised, you know, worldwide, because he found a part of a body. Now, I just watched his latest video, yeah, and what's pissed me off even more is not because he found a real life body and he hasn't he didn't report for like, 15, 20 minutes or whatever it was, yeah. Now, this body was a few years ago when he found it, yeah. But it's not just him, but it's other fucking YouTubers where they go in and break in to buildings just to go and do an investigation. Now, if the door's open and unlocked and you get in, then fair enough, because it is, kind of like open for anyone to walk in. But even still, that is more kind of like breaking an entry in it in one way, because you've not got the permission to be there. The landowner or the person who owned the house hasn't given you permission to go in. Now, I know there's other channels out there, like they go like urban exploring and they check out old houses, which are all like run down, broken windows and, doors open, stuff like that, They go in there and they do videos. And most of the ones I've watched, they don't take nothing. Well, I suppose they don't take anything, but there might be a possibility they do take something. I don't know. But I just watched Danny's latest video, and there's he said, I don't think there's a possible way of getting into it because it's like a big church, right? And it's like trees all around it, kind of like overgrown, but it's like a fucking great big like wall. And he's saying, well, like, I've seen someone getting there before. So, like, I'm going to see who I'm getting. And there's a fucking great big iron gates there with padlocks. He goes, I think the way they got in, because it looks like, the hinges have come off. So they probably like broke the hinge and then lifted the gate up. He's gone into this church, right, to do a kind of a walk around, a video. He wasn't like really doing a paranormal kind of stream. But he actually broke into it just to do a video. And I think that's totally out of order. That's fucking wrong. That's illegal. And on his video, where is it? What is it called? Exploring with Danny, wasn't it? Or was it Adventures with Danny? Yeah. So, like, he's got exploring gone terribly wrong. Send units, he's breaking entry, sending the dog. Well, what I kind of saw, and I only watched it, well, I didn't even watch all the video. I kind of scrolled through it, just to see if he got in or not. And he did actually get in. I'm not going to screen share the fucking video. I'm not even going to screen share his thumbnail, but it's got a picture of a police officer and a dog outside the church, and he's like, trying to like muck around with the actual gate to get in. Now, as I say, he did get in, but no police, no search dog, no sniffer dog turned up that I could see, and I scrolled through it quickly, yeah. So again, it's just like fucking, like clickbait. And he's had 499 views on it within the hour. No, not like, the ones where he goes extremely wrong, warning, viewer description, terrifying paranormal, when he's got like 10K on it, Yeah, I just don't think it's right that people should break into places just to do a fucking paranormal video. And a ghost hunting, No, especially when it's all barred up and fucking gates and chains everywhere. I just wish that someone fucking saw him get in and fucking he got arrested for like breaking an entry. Because that would have kind of like been his own fault then, wouldn't it, really? Now, I ain't just him I see. I see other people go and do fucking paranormal activity and breaking into like houses, like breaking the window just to get in because the house is empty, but there's still stuff in there. No one's lived there for like 2 or 3, 4 years. If it's like, when you got places in Russia where there is a shitload of like empty houses, and the doors are broken, they don't close properly, you got, smashed windows, roof falling in and stuff like that. You know, and yeah, okay, the Russians, you know, they would go in there and do a ghost hunt and like do a video. Right, fair enough to them, you know, because like you know, there ain't really many police officers around in those particular locations because they're like derelict houses out in the middle of nowhere, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, you just man, I would have loved it. You know, you're suddenly like, you know, he's doing the video and suddenly fucking the zombie comes chasing after him and he's trying to get out and like, you know, well, I'll ring up my missus to get her to come and get the video of me being chewed up by a zombie. Now that would be a fucking good fucking clickbait, wouldn't it? Eh? You know, ghost hunter gets attacked by a zombie priest in a old derelict church. Now that would be a pretty good, you know, video and clickbait. Yeah, of course it would. But it's, you know, it ain't just him that pisses me off. It's a lot of other channels that do it, you know. There's a lot of channels. I'm not going to mention other names because I can't think of many. Because I am a bit tired at night and I will be going to bed soon anyway. So I've got to go and have my eyes tested tomorrow. So, but, you know, I thought I'd do a quick one tonight, you know, a little chat one, just to let you know that I'm still around. I didn't go out today apart from shopping because I was hoping that these switches, well, these control boards would have turned up early this morning, but they didn't. But I went shopping, came home, and I sat down. I thought, let's try and build something. You know, it's a bit too late to go out now. You know, like, yeah, I got home about 4 o'clock, I think it was. I could have still gone out, but I like to spend a bit more time out. You know, like I don't want to be rushing around. Like, you know, I'm trying to keep a night for the car boot fairs as well. I want to go and do some more car boot videos because I've got me car boot with Steve YouTube channel, which I've done car boot videos on. But I ain't got much money to go and fucking buy stuff anyway, and I don't really want to buy too much shit because I've got too much shit in me. I kind of think I should be getting rid of that shit before I buy any more shit. But that's another matter, you know, car boot fairs and stuff like that. I might go to one on Friday or Saturday, I think it is. I know there's one on Sunday. So I was checking up on the Google a little while ago. I think I'll probably go to the Sunday one. But, you know, I just don't think it's right, you know, that, you know, people should break into houses, you know, just to do ghost hunt. You know, because if there is anything there, if there is any spirit form of, you know, kind of thing there, it is going to piss off the spirit. You know, maybe the spirit don't want you there and they're just going to say, right, fuck you, mate, I'm going to like possess you now. That's your comeback, you know, that's your karma for breaking into my house. But when you got like a house when it's like, you know, really derelict, there's hardly anything in there, it's like practically empty, the doors and windows all broken, you know, you want to take a risk and go in there, you know, then that's up to them. But they get arrested, you know, then that's their own comeback for, you know, going into some place that they've got no permission to be in there. You know, if you know the landowner or know the person who used to own the home and you get permission to go in there, then that's all well good, you know. You know, you can go and do fucking ghost hunting there every fucking day, night, you know, whatever amount of times you want to do it, as long as you got permission. But so what I don't like is when people break into places just to do a ghost hunt or, you know, like some form of, you know, like video, whether it being paranormal or, what is that other word I'm trying to think? I can't think the name of it. Like, you know, urban exploring, for instance, yeah. You know, I've been watching a lot of urban exploring ones actually, you know, where they go into caves and I've been watching an American guy who goes into a lot of caves that he finds. And like, you know, some of the caves are really interesting, really big and long and fucking run for miles. You know, it's hard to get in there, but when he does get in there, you know, he finds all these like old miner stuff and tracks and helmets and gas masks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking, fucking hell, man, there must be a lot of caves where he lives. But I think around where we live, I think the nearest caves around here is like, probably like Dover, maybe. I think there might be one in Dymchurch. What's that other place? Cornwall. There's probably a lot of like caves knocking around the UK, but how many can you actually get in without breaking in? It's like Chislehurst Cave, I spoke about that one a little while ago. They've locked that up. And it's very rare that they do paranormal investigating. Any paranormal investigator go in there now. I think they decided to do one paranormal investigating tour or like group investigation a year. I think one a year. It's a bit like whole place down at Dartford. Well, it's not really Dartford. It's like Bexheath. A lot of people want to do the ghost hunting in there, but they stopped that and they only do that once a year. I think maybe twice a year for ghost hunting in a very haunted location. But yeah, so like I think it's wrong. No, I learned that by doing it myself, and I admit I have done it myself once with me and Aaron. I got the rocking chair out of one of the old bungalows that used to be across the road. I knew it was like broken into. I knew that there was a squatter in there. I saw lights in there all the time. I've gone in there, I turned the lights off, I saw the rocking chair. I thought I'll have that because I knew that it's just a squat in there. The original owners have given it up for the ghosts, and I knew that it wouldn't be too long before those houses were going to either be bought and kind of renovated or bought and demolished, and something else was going to be put there. And I got that rocking chair out, practically just in time, really, because it was only a few months later I went out and they had fucking great big wooden boards right across the two cottages. And I saw workers there and I said, "What's going on here?" He goes, "Oh, we did demolishing it." I thought, fucking hell, good job, got a rocking chair. And it is like a nice little rocking chair. I said, "What's happening to all the stuff that's in the house then?" "Oh, it's just going to be burnt." So I saved it from the fire pit. Then I got the stained glass window, and that started falling apart. So I decided to get rid of that. I sold that. Didn't get much on it, but I did sell it. I still got like little bits of glass, from the stained glass window. And that's from the house that me and Aaron did. I say house, it's from that bungalow, cottage or whatever you want to call it, when me and Aaron went in there and done like about an hour investigation in there because I knew that it was going to be fucking torn down at some stage. But it wasn't the one where we got the rocking chair from, because I think I went in there and turned all the lights off and got the rocking chair. The next day, when I went out to go and get something to eat during the night time, the lights were back on. And I did do some research on that, but I can't find the research on it anymore. But apparently those two bungalows were the worst areas that crime had been committed. There was drugs, there was like prostitution, there'd even been murder in there. Shitloads of homeless people gone in there and done drugs and shit like that, kind of thing. And quite a few arrests were done there. And when I did go into the house and saw the rocking chair, I went upstairs and there was a bed and it had nothing. Well, we had a lot of blood on it, and I know it was blood. There's blood on the walls as well. And I thought, right, I'm out of here. I didn't even really want to check any of the other part of the house. I just got out, grabbed the fucking rocking chair. I thought, well, I'll leave that in the garden, come back tonight. And I thought, you know what, fuck it. No, I'll grab it now and take it home now, which I did do. She's dreaming, fucking old cow. It's been a shit pain she has lately. But that stained glass window I got, I actually paid the guy for it. Because there was actually some, what are they called, lanterns hanging outside. And I asked the guy who was like in charge of the, the crew there. I said, "Can I get them off you?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay, no problems. I'll take them down and put them to one side for you." He goes, "If I'm not here, ask the other foreman because I might have to go to another job, but I will put them down and leave them there for you." He goes, "Give it a couple of days and then come and ask a couple of days' time." So I went back there. I asked for the foreman, and this other guy came up to me. I said, "Yeah, I spoke to this other guy, and he said he was going to get these lanterns down for me, which I could have." He goes, "Oh, well, I don't know anything about that, mate." He goes, "I'll have a look, but I don't think they're around. They've probably been thrown on the fire pit." I thought, fucking hell. He goes, "We've been burning a lot of stuff." And he had a look and he goes, "I can't see them anywhere, mate." So he goes, "Sorry about that." And I said, "Well, what about that stained glass window there? Is there any chance I can grab that? Because that looks nice." And he goes, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "I'll give something for it." He goes, "No, it's not so much a cost." He goes, "I don't know if I've got, the guy, who'll be willing to like take it down for you." And he called one guy and goes, "Do you think you can take that down without damaging it?" He goes, "Well, I can only try." And he did get it down, and he gave it to me, and like it did get a little bit damaged. A couple of little bits of glass was falling out the lid. I said, "How much do I owe?" He goes, "No, nothing." I said, "Well, look, take your tenner, go and get yourself a cup, your guys some coffee or something, So he took the tenner, and I brought it home, and I had it for about a year, 2 years, something like that. And every time I moved it, the bloody glass kept falling out, and it used to be like about that big. And time all the glass kept falling, it ended up like that. Had a nice circle around in it. If you go back on my videos, you'll find it, and it was quite a nice one actually. And I just didn't want to get it too more damaged, kind of thing, So I fucking sold it. Stuck on eBay, got like 25 quid for it. But I still got some of the stained glass pieces. They're outside on the balcony in my old fridge, where some of my tools are for when I melt lead. So when I go milk detecting, if I find lead, like fishing weights, I bring them home and I melt them down into like little bars of lead. But yeah, shame they got knocked down actually, because I think they had some history to them as well, apart from the criminal history. I'd like to have seen someone actually like renovate them and bring them back. But now all what is there is blocks of flats. Yeah, you don't really see a lot of old houses down here nowadays. I can't think of the road up near Norbury Road where the 118 goes down towards the common. There's a couple of old houses there, but one of them's already been renovated and it's still empty. But it looks quite nice the way they've done it. And they're working on the second one now. And that's been been over a year, nearly 2 years since they started renovating that, and it's still in the process of being renovated. So there's nowhere around here that you could actually find any old houses anyway, because they get snapped up rather quickly and either pulled down or renovated. I've been a bit boring tonight. Borley Rectory. I've not heard that one, I don't think. Borley Rectory. Now, all the old places, like even the asylums, have been knocked down. So I remember, when I used to do the voluntary with my sister was a nurse there. Bexley Hospital, the asylum hospital. I worked in there for a little bit until I got beaten up by a fucking blind woman with a walking stick because she kept saying, stop making my dog run away, and I said, "You ain't got a dog." And she goes, "Yeah," and she like kind of like lashed out with a walking stick. Nurse came running over. That's what happened. I just said, "There ain't no dog here." She goes, "Oh, you should have said that." That's why she's fucking like lashing out at you because she was a blind woman, the old woman. And she goes, "Oh, you better go." So I fucking left, and I didn't go back to that ward. I didn't go to any other wards. But the Bexley Hospital used to be a pretty big asylum. And all what's left there now is the front main entrance. You know, all the wards, the wall, the wall building, that's all been demolished. And what stands there now is a housing estate, big housing estate, which my niece actually moved into when it was built. And she kept saying that she was getting weird things happening in there, and she didn't like it, so she moved. And that's even well before I started doing paranormal. But you know, many years later, when I did start doing the paranormal, me and my nephews went down to the fields there, and we got crazy activity down there. Devices going off constantly, REM pod, EMF meters, EVPs, stuff on video and on camera, missed. What's there now is like fields and that housing estate. Yeah, those, caves can be dangerous anyway. Like when I'm watching these, guys in America doing like cave explorations, they make sure they got like proper equipment with them, like guide ropes and medical and even like walkie-talkie sometimes, and like sometimes I might take hard hats and the old waders and stuff like that. Because one guy I watched, well, I watched him for a little while because I can't remember his bloody channel, but he goes into all different caves here, mainly old mining caves, and he's gone like into some of them, and like you think that it's only maybe a few inches or even like half a foot of water, but it's not. He said some of these you can just walk into it and you don't know what's in that water. It could like been drilled out and it could go down 100 feet. You don't know. And he's gone in there and like he said that he knows that there ain't no like holes there, but he's gone in there and because of the weather, it was like worn it away. He's gone in there thinking he's only like a foot deep, and it's gone up to like his chest, and you think, "Well, I didn't think it's that deep." But he goes in with other people as well, and like they take ropes and they have climbed down to like deeper caverns and stuff like that. I like watching some of these like urban exploring kind of stuff. Even he said on one of his videos he don't really believe in ghosts, in the paranormal and supernatural. He just likes doing these urban explorers. And a couple of times he's gone in there and he stated that on one of his videos he definitely heard a voice, and it sounded like a child's voice saying something, but he couldn't make out what it was saying at the time. And he got home and he listened to it, and he definitely picked up a child voice, and he didn't just like catch it on EVP. He actually heard it, disembodied body voice, and he goes, "Well, I do believe in that there might be something there, but I'm still kind of like skeptical and paranormal." Thought you won't till you see a fucking real ghost walk up to you like an old miner with a fucking one of those mining hats with torches on it. Then it'll fucking like make you believe. But he's been into like hundreds of caves and he's only had one experience. I think a lot of the time, though, is that wherever you go, you know, if you hear a lot of stuff about certain places, yeah, that's putting your brain, that's going to be stuck there. Like, you can go to a haunted location, right, and people have been there and say, oh, what, yeah, I saw the white lady, or I heard disembodied voices, or things moved, or, like, you saw, like, flashes of lights and all that kind of stuff, yeah. And, like, when you go there yourself, you know, what you've heard in the past comes back to you. And, you get that fear factor and you're thinking, shit, am I going to see that white lady? Am I going to see the white flashing lights, Yeah, am I going to see that poltergeist activity? I'm like, it kind of can play on you, kind of thing. But it's better when you go to a location where you don't know nothing about it, No one's told you no stories about it being haunted or anything like that. And you go in there and you actually get something. Then you can say, hey, this place is not meant to be haunted, but I've caught stuff in here. It's like Jordan's Wood when my nephew's gone down. We call apparitions real, true, 100% moving apparitions, yeah. And I only just, it's spur of a moment kind of thing. I said, let's go to Jordan's Wood. So we, Aaron and Warren went up there with a ghost hunting gear. And we caught, on that first night, 2 apparitions, and the second night we caught another one. And like, I contacted the Forestry Commission about 4 or 5 years ago, and I told them about it. And I said, "Oh, and I even told them where the video is, where they can actually watch it. The small clip ones instead of watching the full version. So we find it interesting. We might put it in our magazine." Well, I didn't hear anything for a few months. I rang him back up and said, "You put it in magazine." He goes, "Well, no, we can't because it might scare the people who actually go up there. Dog walkers and people going up there. Looking at wildlife and stuff like that. So we don't want to scare them. So we decided we're not going to put it in their magazine." I thought, shit. Oh, anything can be dangerous, mate. Anything can be fucking dangerous. Because, me and my mate David, before he died, we used to fucking go up the woods and do things. We had little knives and pellet guns. We used to shoot each other in the fucking backside and in the back with, proper pellets, kind of thing. And like, although we never really got, injured, it's still injured enough to make, it sting quite a lot, And my mate David, we're having a little knife fight, and he caught me at the back of the neck somewhere. Can't remember exactly where, but he cut me and it caused a fucking scar. That's because he was just being stupid, So, when you have got mates and you're trying to impress, oh, I'm better than you. No, you ain't. I'm better than you, kind of thing. We didn't just, shoot each other. We fucking shot the girls as well. We shot my sisters when I was walking across the fields. Like, I'll tell you why I'm on you. You ain't. I'll tell you, Stephen. Oh, fuck off. We had some right last when we was kids. We did go up there a couple of times at Jordan's Wood. We were going to build a camp up there, but we never did do. Oh, God, that went down all wrong. I don't have a drink can actually go down. Why is it that, when you drink, it suddenly goes a bit too fast and I say, oh, that's gone down the wrong hole. It goes down both holes, isn't it? Or is your gullet just one hole anyway? I don't know. Why is it that we always say, oh, I went down the wrong hole? You know, I ain't been into a cave. There's a cave apparently up where we used to go to a school, Wilmington Secondary School. There's supposed to be like a cave running along the side of the fields. And apparently, some kids found it and they went in there and they got trapped in there. And it's only because like people heard them screaming and shouting, so they went that far in. But apparently, it did go quite a way in. And I think it might have been like site caving nap, and they was lucky to get out. And apparently, it's supposed to be haunted up there as well, in them little like cave things. I think it's supposed to have led into like it's supposed to. I'm not saying it does, but it's supposed to like lead into a little bunker for like for World War II. So like the house around there, they just went down there and like took shelter from the bombs. It wasn't a big bunker. Would have probably got about 50 people in, if that. I think that's what I was trying to find. But because over the years it kind of like was caving in and like falling apart. They thought they could climb in and go all the way down into the bunker, but they didn't, because the cave caved in on them. But they did survive. They did get out because someone heard them screaming and shouting. Took them a while to find them, and they had plenty of air in there, but it took a while for them to get them out, apparently. I don't even know if they blocked it off. They might just like, got some space and caved in even more so people can't get in there. What's this one? Wikipedia. Crank caves, yeah. Looks interesting. I wonder if anyone's done any like videos on it. Let's have a look. Yeah, there is abandoned crank caves and mines right up to the church we go look for. Crank caves, stone mine, Merseyside myth, and the legend finding or whatever. Hang on a minute. Just a minute, go, Lou. I myself wouldn't actually go into a cave on my own, to be honest with you. because you don't know what dangers are in there. It's always best to go in with a couple of people. But there's a lot of videos on there about Crank Caves. We got stuck. Claustrophobic caving. But was that the one I went into? Crank Cavern near Rainford in Merseyside. There's quite a few videos there. I'll have to watch some of those later. I bet you did. I ain't going to school today. I'm going to go over to the caves. Fuck it. Go and explore the caves. Who's coming with me? Don't forget to bring the rope. First aid, walkie-talkies. Don't think we had walkie-talkies in the years, didn't we? But not like the ones we got now. Fish the wolves. You don't know what might have been in there. The wolves, elks, orcs, gnomes. Hey, there might even been a demon or two in there. I confronted a demon in Crank Caves. That's just like fucking fairy tales, isn't it? Really, wolves and elks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Great to disappear for a few hours and not for a few years until they come across your body. Hello, Maria. How are you? No, I don't think I could go into a haunted cave myself. To be honest with you, nah. I'll definitely get lost. I'll probably be hearing shitloads of stuff, getting scared at my wits. Fuck that for a game of soldiers, mate. Haunted places you can explore with Google Maps. You're not in the UK, are you, Maria? I think you're America. I don't know. I don't know where you're based. I downloaded the app Haunted Places on the map. Nothing around here. How about going to France, to the catacombs? that has got fucking hundreds of miles of tunnel under that. What freaked me out is when they showed you all, the walls made out of bodies, skulls, and all that shit. Because that's where they used to put a lot of dead bodies, didn't they, in France years and years and years ago? As a dumping ground, I suppose. If I tell you what though, if I had the money, if I was kind of wealthy, rich, I would go out on some these locations, just to see what I'd have guides, with me to make sure that we get out and everything. But I'd like to go to France, to the catacombs. I like to go and visit some of the castles and caves and the Island of Dolls. That's in Mexico, isn't it? Mexico, Island of Dolls. Love to go there. pinch one of the dolls and the ghost come after me. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Hello, Winter. Baldy Rectory. Didn't someone just mention that earlier about Rectory? Who mentioned the Rectory earlier? Mark said that. A bit like Baldley Rectory. All right, no worries. She's not going to do it. Women, they say one thing, they never do it, do they, really? Oh, you do it, you do it. You don't, you don't. I've been promised a lot of things from women, and I never got them. There's on Paranormal Nightmare TV, right? Yeah, Lady of the House, which is very, very haunted. Yeah, from this woman's ex-husband, and she said on the video she just wants to get rid of everything in the house that belonged to her husband. And Paranormal Nightmare, TV did an investigation there. And I don't know if they took something out or not. I don't know if they was actually given something. But I left a comment saying I'd love to get something out of there, from that place. And the woman who owns the house actually sent me an email saying, like, I've got some stuff here. If you want it, I'll send it to you. I said, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to have some of that stuff. Then I can do some, like, little experiments with them. And, see what kind of energies and all that kind of stuff with it. Yeah, no problem. Definitely send it to you. Don't worry, I won't forget. I promise you that you can have it. Like, fuck. I never got the stuff. I emailed her about 3 times. Never replied. But yeah, fuck you. Not personally, but I don't trust women, to be honest with you. Not a lot of women. There are some women I trust, but not a lot of women. They tend to lie to you. They kind of also like exaggerate a lot as well, women, don't they? I know we can exaggerate and lie, but I better not talk about that topic. I might put my foot in shit, Right, fuck you, Steve. Well, that's my coffee finished with. Yeah, so like there'll be a lot of places I'd like to go to, investigate if I had the money. I'd like to go, I don't think Bobby Mackey's is as haunted as they say it is, because there's a group that went there and they debunked some of the noises. Because there's in the attic, there's like a little kind of air vent that goes into the ground. And you can hear noises from outside, like cars going past. There's someone walking past, you can hear voices from outside. So he actually tried debunking that. But the people who own Bobby Mackey's didn't really want to listen to that shit, They still say it's haunted. But I don't think like some of these places are haunted as they're supposed to be honest with you. So I'd like to go and visit some of them myself if I had the money to do it. No, I have said, like 30 East Drive, it's just like bullshit right now, because it might have been haunted in the 60s, crazy activity in the 60s. But why did it suddenly, why did they move out? I can understand moving out because of the activity and stuff like that, yeah, but you're talking like half a century later, 50 odd years later, and someone moves in and takes over East Drive and suddenly it's all haunted again. And now they're getting shitload of money because they're letting all the investigators come in and do like overnight investigations at a very high, expensive cost. It's just a money making scandal. That's what I see it. Now, if you've got a house that's haunted and you can't charge them, then just charge them for any electricity that they may use, and for like supplying drinks and biscuits or something. Why charge them like £100 per night or something per person? It's just it's just a fucking scam. And a lot of people I've heard and seen, and not personally seen, but on video, a lot of people say that they've been there and they've not got fucking shit. And it's supposed to be like one of the most haunted houses in the UK still. Yeah, bullshit. Like I said before, a house would not be haunted 24/7, 375 days a week. It's not possible. Unless you've got like 20 ghosts living there, then maybe, it'll be haunted for a part of the day. Because, spirits are like us in one way. They will want human being. We run out of energy, so spirits going to run out of energy. There's 20 people and there, 20 spirits, and they, kind of like giving that spirit, their energy. I still don't say that, it's as haunted and as active as it is. It's just to get, as I say, scam people and to get, the name back into like media. And the Annabelle doll, yeah. How many people you've seen get Annabelle dolls and say they're haunted as hell? There's only one Annabelle doll that's fucking haunted, and that's out in the museum. Who's those famous people who are dead now, and their son took over the museum? You know what I mean? But that's in the museum. But everyone's like, trying to get them on eBay and saying, "Oh, this is the doll. It's not in the fucking doll. The doll's in the fucking museum." But they're saying, "Oh, like, this is the sister of the doll of Annabelle." Fucking bollocks. I could go and get a fucking doll like Annabelle, tomorrow if I wanted to, and say, "Hey, this is the sister of Annabelle," and like, I'm getting crazy activity here. Put it in the old title, clickbait. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Dracula's castle. That'd be freaky, so. I think old Zak Bagans went there, didn't he? That fake artist, I'm sure he went there. Or was it Most Haunted? One of them two fakers went there. And yeah, Zak Bagans has been called out again, isn't he, really? For faking shit. Most Haunted got fucking called out. That's why they changed their name to Ghost Nation, because they got fucking called out. Oh, well, the producers made us do it because, those losing viewers and, like, we had to get the views back. Otherwise, they closed down the show. We ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, okay then. You fucking fake shit. Well, it screwed up their reputation, didn't it? Even that, a lot of their ghost hunting team left them because they fed up with the shit and the fucking fakery going on. Clickbait. Yeah, clickbait. What can I put in the clickbait to get all the fucking, like, hey, I just went to 30 East Drive. Clickbait. Like, fuck, did I? Ramazin. I know a few people's been there and they never got fucking nothing down there. Yeah, the only activity that they got was a fucking guy that used to live there before he died, walking around pissed out of his head, knocking on the walls. You get fucking stumbling everywhere, and people were told to go up in their rooms at a certain time of night. so I can hear it. Yeah, they're up in the rooms and knocks over and it's the fucking guy walking around pissed out of his fucking brains. You've been fed and I'm not picking you up. I read that one. Read that one. Yeah, Bawley, Rectory. Clickbait. What is clickbait? Do you know what clickbait is, Nigel? No, I don't believe this shit. No, if it's so called, like, haunted, and a lot of people swear by it, and they got evidence, then I probably would believe it a bit more. But I don't think East Drive is haunted as it used to be. I'm not saying that it hasn't got no activity, paranormal activity. There probably is still stuff going on there. Apparently they've had so many groups in there. I think they actually caught one group doing satanic shit in there. Well, if you've got someone doing satanic shit in there, then they are going to pump up the activity, aren't you? So how do you know that they didn't actually fucking pay for this group to go in and do this satanic activity just to get the activity, to pump up a bit more? Because they knew that there wasn't a lot of activity going on. No, it's just too many fucking places that are so haunted. I'm just going to say in the UK, not any other country, but in the UK, there's so many places that are supposed to be haunted more than each other, and there's no real proof that they are haunted than each other. Now, you could go to 10 different places, right, which is supposed to be the most haunted building, the most haunted church, the most haunted hotel, the most haunted fucking castle, in the UK, and you go there and you don't get diddly squat. Either one, because it isn't haunted. Two, the spirits don't have enough activity in there. They don't have enough energy to give you that activity. Because, if there's activity, and someone's been there yesterday, and they gave them a lot of activity, they ain't gonna have enough energy to go and give another group the next day the activity. I don't believe it. I don't think that ever happened. Because spirits, let's say, spirits used to be human. They run out of energy. They need to recoup the energy. And we don't know how much energy they need to recoup to give more activity again. So, I just don't believe that so many of these so-called haunted places are the most haunted places in the UK. Even with the Tower of London, I know that video clip where they see the doors open and someone walks out in period clothing, Now that looks kind of like, fascinating, but it isn't like a spirit that's kind of manifesting, and it's actually kind of what's that word I'm trying to think of, where you can see through it. That looked like a solid kind of being to me. Now, I could be wrong, but that to me looks like someone in period clothing just opened the door, came out, and gone back in. Now, on this, I was there to see and experience myself. Now, I'm not saying that it's not haunted, but I don't think that was a true spirit, to be honest with you. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I saw an article the other day that there's a woman who lives in the Tower of London. She lives there, and she hasn't really had much activity, just living there. So, what is the most haunted place in the UK? Number one. What is the number one haunted location in the UK? Not Scotland or Wales, the UK. Now, is it Puckley Village? Screaming Woods? So I'll call an apparition down there. So I'd say that, that is haunted, yeah, definitely. Because we call, I call that kind of like female. You look like a female the way it walked with a hood. Came from behind one tree, walked to another tree, and then go past that tree, the second one. It kind of like, so that's a tree there, that's a tree there. It went from one tree to the other tree, walked behind the tree, and never walked out the other side. And that's on video. And another thing I can't stand right here, which I think is a fucking joke, that all these people with fake shit, all the people that fake shit gets all the views, all the subscribers, all the donations and all the shit like that. But when you got like a small channel like us, and we actually get you something, they don't want to believe it. They think we're the fakers, and the one who's faked the shit is the real shit. Now, I thought about doing, nah. Because if I started talking about haunted locations, I'd have to do a lot of research into it, and I don't like researching, to be honest with you. When we was doing the murder mysteries and unsolved cases, like Elizabeth Lamb and, Sandra Tate and, Jack the Ripper, Ted Bundy, all the ones we did do, you had to like sit and like fucking watch a lot of videos and read a lot of documentation and research shit. I'm like, sometimes we only had a week to do it, me and Rose, and maybe Fixing issue was coming on. And it was like fucking so much we had to take in. It's really tiring. And like when we was talking about all that shit stuff, yeah. Even when we was talking about it, we was knackered that night. And I think because we'd done so many of them, that's when I had that apparition in the bedroom, in the living room. And people still don't fucking think that was real. How can I edit a video inside of a video of a full-blown apparition? I even fucking freeze-framed it, and you can see it was a humanoid kind of figure. It wasn't like a black mass. It was a humanoid figure. It only appeared for about a second laugh and disappeared. Very cool, it. Little Mary running down a hallway, which Pumpkinhead Perry saw. So I was getting up to go out to make a cup of coffee, and he said, "Hey, what's that? What's that?" And I'm already going out to go and make my cup of coffee. I said, "Oh, I'll get back to you in a minute. Let me make my coffee." Came back, got my coffee. Goes, "Same down, ran down your hallway, Steve." I said, "You're joking." He goes, "No, I'll play it back. I'll play it back." See, like a little figure of a little girl running down the hallway, transparent little girl, and you can see her actually run through the door. So that was like fucking crazy. I've had the apparition in the kitchen, which started off as an orb, shot from the microwave across to the cooker, and then shot upwards. When I froze framed it at a certain angle, it looked like an angelic angel. To me, it did. But some people say it's just like, a white blur. What was that noise? Did you hear that? It's like a weird. Again. Might be a UFO. So look. Any UFOs out there? Ghost hunter looks out the window and sees a UFO and takes video of it. Don't see no lights in the sky. What is that fucking noise? Don't know, but it's like a bit like on the old kids TV programs, you know, the UFO ones. When the UFO used to go across and goes. Hey, you never know. You never know. I could go out one day taking videos in the cemetery, look up and see a fucking UFO, catch it on video, point in the papers. Paranormal investigator looking for a ghost in the cemetery, looks up and sees a UFO in the sky. Now that's paranormal. I like to see some of those Enfield Poltergeist ones. I think you said that the other week. You need to get started, dude. You need to get started so I can watch them. So I can put my input on them. Because the Enfield Poltergeist one, that's where that girl got possessed, weren't she? What is her name? I can't remember what her name was. But she was the main target, weren't she? It always seemed to happen from where she was. And when I think they said that when she left the house to go and stay with her aunt or something here for a day, the activity kind of like really went down. But when she came back, it started up again, if I'm right. So it kind of like wrapped around her. It all kind of like evolved around her, really, wasn't it, really? Was the other one where that woman, I think, yeah, the American one, where that plasma was coming out the walls, and the guy went up into the attic, and the next clip you see he's hanging like with a cord around his neck. What was that one called? I think that, to be honest with you know, I had my doubts on that one. No, he could have gone up there, and that cord could have been there, and hanging down, and he could have distracted around his neck to make it look like ghost is like trying to kill him. But when the plasma was coming out the wall, how could that really happen? Was it really a ghost that was causing that weird guns coming out the wall, or was it did they go in there and drill it in the wall and it just kind of oozed out when they knew it was going to ooze out? Because you can fake shit like that, 14 months. Bloody hell. Yeah, the incident in America. I can't think what one it was called. That's supposed to have been a pretty interesting one. It went worldwide, didn't it? In social media, TV programs and shit like that. See, what I like, is that bearded guy, yeah, he debunks stuff, yeah. And that's why I like, to see people debunking stuff. If he tried debunking any of my videos, he's going to know there's no fucking fakery or forgery going on in there, because I don't use fishing wire. I don't cut, edit. What you see is a live stream on YouTube as it is. You cannot cut, edit, and do frames and all that shit that I know of while you're live streaming on YouTube at that particular time, date, whatever. If he was to see my videos, right, and try to debunk anything, he's not going to be able to debunk any of them. And I think you need a lot more people out there who can, debunk stuff and be skeptical about certain things as well. So, I'm still skeptical about certain things. I know, like, the paranormal is a very big topic, like with UFOs and, Bigfoot and, Sasquatches and, Mothman and, the Goat Man and shit like that, unless there's real proof that there is something out there, honestly, that proof. And I know there are groups out there that actually go out after, stuff, mythical kind of stuff, where people said, well, Mothman was on that bridge there. And you got groups going over there and hunting that particular bridge, getting witness statements and trying to, like, do a field area of like 50 miles or whatever, and trying to see if they can see, any possibility of the tracks of the Mothman or something like that. Because the Mothman actually appeared on the bridge, didn't he? I think it was like a day before that bridge collapsed and a few hundred people died. That was like an omen or something, wasn't it? Now, I like to see, like, people go down, into the caves and see if they can find any form of, like, civilization down there. Because what happens to all these hundreds, thousands, and millions of people that go missing? It ain't just a fucking UFO picking them up and taking them to another planet, is it? Some people don't want to get found, they just, like, pick up their bags and fuck off and never be seen again. Some of them, commit suicide, some of them just, wander off and get lost in the woods, and either survive or die in the woods, or, something might happen that way. I want to know what happens to all these people that go missing. Some people like drive into the ravines and stuff like that. They don't want to be found. They've had enough with, like, what's going on the planet. But I want to find out more about, certain cultures and certain myths. Because I'm kind of, like, skeptical about that kind of stuff still. Yeah, the old omen of the Mothman. They got, like, the Dog Man, which is half man, half dog. They got myths of the Chupacabra, which they reckon they've actually found. There was a video I watched about that where people state that they actually caught the Chupacabra, but it wasn't, like, people who works in, the animal kingdom and knows, the biology about animals, said that it's not Chupacabra. It's like an inbreed of, like, two different animals. It's not what they think it is, but they get saying, the people who found it and, like, swear black and blue it's a Chupacabra. But we don't know what Chupacabra is really like, So even the people who works in the animal kingdom can't say it ain't a Chupacabra. It could be, unless they can actually prove it isn't, then they can debunk it. And it was like two different, like a wolf and a hyena, for instance. Yeah, that's two. That's two different animals. They've inbred. They've created a different form of, like, creature. If people want to call that Chupacabra, they can fucking call it Chupacabra, can't they? Really? They want to call it another name, like a hyena hound or hound hyena or whatever. They can fucking call it that way. We don't know what fucking animals do out there. Humans, like, have intercourse with different races, don't we? So why can't animals have, like, nookie with different races of animals? Now, can you imagine half elephant, half giraffe? That'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think they say with puberty, you're more open to the spirit realm during the puberty time of the years. Mm. Well, I'm going to go, guys. It's like midnight, just about. I've got to get up early tomorrow. Well, I ain't got to get up early, but, you know, time I get up and have a wash and have a cup of coffee and sit down and relax for an hour. I've got to go and have my eyes tested at 2 o'clock, I think it is. Yeah, I got woken up early this morning because them bastard noisy kids upstairs again. But it took me about 20 minutes to lay over and go back to sleep. I got up at 1 o'clock and just didn't lay around. I got up and watched a bit of TV or YouTube for about an hour or so. Then I went and done some shopping, came home. Then I done another EM pump. But yeah, I've got to go because I've got to get up and do some stuff before I go and get my eyes tested. So I will catch you all later. Not sure I might try to be on tonight actually, because I ain't going to be going anywhere else apart from getting my eyes tested and doing a little bit more shopping, I suppose. But I hope to go out. Was it Wednesday tomorrow, innit? Nearly Wednesday now. So Friday, I want to go and do the cemeteries. I was planning doing Monday or Tuesday, but I didn't get out to do them. I was just too lazy, but I definitely want to get out before the weekend. So I want to try and get to that car boot fair on Sunday. Just have a little browse around up there. I think it's open on Sunday. If I ain't, then I can always go somewhere else on a Sunday. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you all later. Good night. Cheers for watching. Bye for now.